Every summer for the last few years, we've been getting a refresh to the infamous Z Fold lineup. This year is no different. I think Samsung always likes to push the bar higher every year with every new phone they make, and the Z Fold has come a long way. So let's talk about it. Okay, so to start, we have to talk about the innovative foldable design. It's been around, it's the main selling point of the Z Fold, and it gets better every single year. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 builds on the innovative design of its predecessors, offering a foldable form factor that combines the functionality of a smartphone and a tablet. When folded, it functions as a compact smartphone with a 6.2-inch covered display, making it easy to use with one hand and fitting comfortably in your pocket or just about in any bag or wherever you decide to carry it. When unfolded, it transforms into a 7.6-inch tablet, providing a larger screen for immersive viewing and enhanced productivity. Now, the opportunity to fold the phone in and out offers a flex mode. The unique hinge design allows the Z Fold 6 to stay open at various angles, enabling flex mode. This feature is particularly useful for hands-free video calls, watching videos, or using the device as a mini laptop. Flex mode is a way of using the phone that still requires some attention in my opinion. It's not exactly intuitive yet, and more than often it doesn't actually make things easier because, well, the design has its limitations. The cameras have weight on the back of the phone, so in various situations when you're trying to use the phone in flex mode, it's not exactly good. The phone tends to fall on its back because the weight of the cameras is there, so it's not exactly the most optimal way to use the phone. If you wanted to use it as a mini laptop, my recommendation is to potentially stay away from it and focus more on using it as a tablet. On the bright side, Samsung has made significant improvements to the durability of the Galaxy Z Fold 6. The phone features an enhanced ultra-thin glass for the main display and a more robust hinge mechanism, ensuring a longer lifespan and better resistance to wear and tear. This system has made an improvement, I would say pretty much drastically every single year with every new iteration of the Z Fold. It gets better and better every year, and I definitely have to say that right now in this time and point with this Z Fold, the hinge is close to perfection. It's a formula that's getting better every year. It's the best one. The hinge works like a charm. Additionally, the device is equipped with an IPX8 rating for water resistance, providing protection against spills and splashes. Now, this IPX8 is no joke. It is really good. Holds up pretty much against anything. You could drop a whole glass of water on this thing and it probably wouldn't break. Now, naturally, I would not recommend putting the phone into stressful situations or into situations where it would be at risk. I would definitely advise you to stay away from that kind of stuff. Now, with all that being said, we have to talk about the displays. So the main display is a 7.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X screen with a resolution of 2208 by 1768 pixels. This large high-resolution display offers vibrant colors, deep blacks, and excellent contrast, providing an immersive viewing experience for media consumption, for gaming, and pretty much just any productivity task that you could imagine. The adaptive refresh rate of up to 120 Hz ensures smooth scrolling, responsive touch interactions, and fluid animations. Now, this shouldn't come as a surprise. Samsung has one of the best displays on the market, and they've been the leaders when it comes to innovation and also when it comes to consistency. I have to give it to Samsung. They've been giving us the best of the best with every iteration. Every phone in the lineup of the flagship ones just doesn't fall short. Now, when the phone is folded, the 6.2-inch Super AMOLED covered display is perfect for quick tasks and one-handed use. It has a resolution of 2260 by 816 pixels and supports a high refresh rate, ensuring a seamless experience when using the phone in its folded state. The covered display is ideal for checking notifications, making calls, and quickly accessing apps without having to unfold the device. It has a good functionality, but it definitely requires some adjusting if you're coming from a typical one display phone, as the narrow screen can be intriguing at times. And for the most part, the main issue I've had with this is that it's just super narrow. It feels it's half of a phone. It's not exactly ideal, but I can definitely understand that it's more catered for quick access, small little operations, and then you're supposed to use the phone unfolded, which gives you basically access to the whole screen and all of the features. The small version of the screen is also not too bad. It just feels a little weird and requires a little bit of getting used to. Okay, so the Z Fold 6 is an interesting smartphone. It's definitely one of a kind. It's unique in its way. And before I jump into anything else, I do want to point out that I don't usually say this on the channel, and this is a word that I'm about to use that I don't use very lightly, but the experience with the Z Fold is fun. It's just really fun. It's different. It's something that caught my eye, and every time I picked up a Z Fold, whether it was last year or this time around, the experience was relatively the same, and it's just been fun. There's just something about having a phone that has a folding mechanism. There's just something about folding the phone. There's something about opening it and closing it. Not only is it very nice and it's high tech because you get a full size screen that resembles a tablet, and then if you fold it, you have just a regular smartphone. Now, there has been a lot of instances where I found myself just really enjoying the use of the Z Fold, and particularly on some of the more simple occasions, right? So sometimes I'll just lay down on the couch and I'll be watching a YouTube video and just opening the Z Fold and using it as kind of a tablet to watch content is amazing. It's just so fun. The form factor of the phone is light. It doesn't feel heavy, and it's not as heavy as an iPad, right? So when I'm using this, it's just the in-between. The screen is a lot bigger than a regular smartphone, so it gives you that extra viewing real estate. But then again, it's not as heavy as an iPad. So it's just a sweet spot. It's a phablet, but done right. And I have to admit that this is really, really cool. Now, despite the phone being really fun to use in a tablet mode, I do have to say that it kind of loses a bit of its value when it is folded. So as a regular smartphone, it's just not all that convenient. It is thick, yes, because you have two screens that are folded in the middle, and it has this very, very narrow design. Not a big fan of. Obviously, you can't really win all of them. It's supposed to be mainly used as a phablet and not necessarily as the folded version. The front screen is a great feature because it allows you to use the phone with all of its features. So that's amazing. It's great, it's versatile. Obviously, it can't win in all of the categories, but the main verdict on the Z Fold, it's so fun. It's just generally so fun. Whenever I'm watching videos, whenever I'm playing games, as a leisure device, this thing is amazing. It's a tablet, but for on the go. You put it in your pockets, you put it in your backpack, anywhere, it's amazing. I don't know, there's just something about it, it's special. But with that being said, let's jump into the cameras. The Z Fold 6 has a returning triple camera setup that has some small improvements in contrast to its last model. It has a 50 megapixel primary sensor that captures high resolution photos with excellent detail and color accuracy, a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens, perfect for capturing wide angle shots, landscapes, and group photos, a 12 megapixel telephoto lens with 3 times optical zoom, ideal for portrait photography and zooming in on distant subjects. These 3 lenses combined give you a lot of range and flexibility in terms of what you can do with the phone itself. You can explore, you can definitely take some interesting pictures, whether you want to take some landscapes, some portraits, or just some regular pictures. It's gonna give you just about everything and in between. Now, I've taken a series of photos with the Z Fold 6, and I do have to point out that the camera quality is actually quite impressive. It holds a lot of clarity, it holds a lot of information within the pictures. The 50 megapixel primary sensor is truly great. It captures some really nice sharp pictures. The 12 megapixel ultra wide also performs relatively well. I wouldn't necessarily use it on a daily basis, nor would I recommend you to use it for the majority of the time, but it does do the job pretty well. And the 12 megapixel telephoto lens with a 3-time optical zoom is actually pretty good as well. It is really good for portraits and for photography, but for the most part, I would definitely stick with the primary sensor, so the 50 megapixel lens, as you are going to get the most clarity and the best picture quality. Now, for the front-facing camera, the device features a 10 megapixel cover camera for quick selfies and video calls when the phone is folded. Additionally, there is a 4 megapixel under-display camera on the main screen, providing a seamless viewing experience while still enabling video calls and selfies when the phone is unfolded. Look, the Fold is not new to the triple camera setup. The overall look of it this year has changed a little, giving it a nicer look overall, but the improvements are not drastic from last year's model. It does perform really well in various challenging situations like up close or mid-range, but it does suffer at times like in low light, but most smartphones also do, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, look, so what I'm trying to say is the Z Fold 6 is a great versatile phone. It allows you to handle just about any task, so powerful tasks, whether you want to play high intensive games or you want to do some multitasking using the 2 screens, you want to use it on a daily basis just to consume media and enjoy some leisure activities. It does everything and in between, and I think it is a great device for just about anyone. Now, if you have been considering getting a Z Fold, you'll realize quickly that this is just not a cheap phone. It is expensive by all means. It has a lot of premium tech in it, and just the design itself increases the price tag all the way up. This one specifically cost me just about $2,700 here in Canada, which is a lot of money. You can get a really powerful MacBook or Windows laptop with that money, but it's basically kind of like a portable computer, but not quite. It's just really for a niche market. Not everyone can afford this. But if you are one of those people that's looking for absolutely everything that this phone has to offer, the dual screen, the folding tablet size, and you want to benefit from all of that power and all of the features that it has, then this might be the one for you. Now, overall, I do think that the Z Fold is a great smartphone. I mean, it does just about everything, right? It has all the capabilities a regular smartphone has and some. It's great, it's powerful. But to keep in mind, if you have that extra money to spend on a smartphone, then maybe this might be the one for you. But I'm really curious to know what you guys think about the Z Fold this time around. I really do think that Samsung is headed in the right direction. They're making small adjustments here and there with their Samsung Z Fold lineup every year. It's getting better and better by the minute. Every single time they come around with a new one, the formula gets better. Now, with that being said, let me know if you are team Z Fold or Z Flip. I'll be having some content soon on the channel. And with all that said, I want to wish you guys the best of luck in everything you do. I'll be back shortly with more videos. I took a little bit of a break, but now we're back in full action. There's gonna be a lot of content on the channel, so I'm super excited for that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on anything. And with that said, I'll catch you on the next one. I wish you the best of luck in everything you do, and I'll see you guys on the next one.